You are the last to know. Always. You walk into a room, and you think you're on level ground. You think you're surrounded by peers, by friends, by people who are struggling just as hard as you are. You look at your colleague, the one who sits across from you, the one who rolls their eyes at the boss and complains about the workload. You look at them, and you feel a sense of camaraderie. You think, we are in the same boat. You think, we are both just trying to survive. Wrong. You are not in the same boat. You are sinking, and they are secretly building a raft while telling you that the water is fine. Think about the last time you had a big project due, or a major exam, or a performance review. You were stressed. You were losing sleep. You went to your friend, your ally, and you confessed your anxiety. You exposed your neck. You said, I am terrified. I haven't prepared enough. I don't know what I'm doing. And what did they do? They looked you right in the eye. They gave you that warm, comforting, relaxed smile. And they said, don't worry about it. I haven't started either. I'm just going to wing it. It's not that big of a deal. And you felt it, didn't you? That wash of relief. That chemical release of tension. You thought, okay, I'm not alone. If they aren't worried, I shouldn't be worried. We'll just wing it together. So you relaxed. You took the night off. You played video games. You went out for drinks. You bought into the shared narrative of mediocrity. Then the deadline arrived. And that same person, the one who told you they hadn't started, the one who told you to relax, walked in and delivered a masterpiece. They were prepared. They were polished. They had been working while you were sleeping. They had been strategizing while you were socializing. And in that moment, as you watched them succeed, as you watched them get the praise, the promotion, or the grade, you felt a very specific type of sickness in your gut. It wasn't just jealousy. It was betrayal. You realized that their relaxation was a costume. Their laziness was a lie. They lied to you about their life. They lied to you about their work ethic. They lied to you about their ambition. And the most painful part? They did it on purpose. They fed you a sedative so they could outrun you. They neutralized you with comfort. This is the uncomfortable truth about the social dynamics you are living in right now. You are surrounded by sleeper agents. You are surrounded by people who are terrified of your potential, so they manage it by lying to you about their own reality. They lie to you about their life is not just a catchy title. It is the fundamental operating system of modern competition. Everyone wants you to do well, but nobody wants you to do better than them. Read that again. They want you to do well enough to not be a burden, but not well enough to make them feel insecure. So when they see you getting motivated, when they see you getting intense, they intervene. But they don't intervene with aggression. That would be too obvious. If they tried to stop you by yelling, you'd fight back. So they use the silent weapon. They use the lie of shared struggle. I'm so broke right now, your friend says, looking at the menu and sighing. You nod. You feel validated in your own financial mess. You order the cheap drink. You decide not to save that extra $100 this month because, hey, everyone is broke. 3 months later, that same friend puts a down payment on a house. I thought you were broke? You ask, confused. Oh, I just got lucky, they say. They didn't get lucky. They were lying. They were playing a different game. They were hoarding resources while encouraging you to spend yours. They were building an empire in silence while encouraging you to remain a peasant out loud. Why? Why do they do this? Because if you knew the truth, if you knew how hard they were actually working, if you knew how much money they were actually saving, if you knew how many hours they were putting into that side hustle, you would be forced to look in the mirror. You would be forced to realize that you are falling behind. You would be forced to compete. And they don't want competition. They want an audience. They lie to you about their life because your complacency is their competitive advantage. As long as you believe that nobody is hiring right now, you won't apply for their job. As long as you believe that dating is impossible these days, you won't try to find a better partner. As long as you believe that the economy is dead, you won't start the business that could crush theirs. This happens in your relationship, too. It's even darker there. You ask your partner, "Are you happy? Is everything okay with us?" And they look at you, pause, a split second, then they smile. "Of course, babe. I love you. We're fine." But they aren't fine. They are bored. They are resentful. They are looking at your lack of ambition, your lack of drive, and they are losing respect for you by the hour. But they don't tell you the truth. They don't say, "I need you to step up," or "I'm leaving." Why? Because they haven't found your replacement yet. So they lie. They keep you comfortable. They keep you sedated with "I love yous" and "everything is fines," while they secretly detach. They are emotionally packing their bags while you are planning the next vacation. They are lying to you about their emotional life so that when they finally leave, they have a seamless transition, and you are left standing in the wreckage of a reality that never existed. You need to wake up. The world you see is not the world that exists. The words people speak to you are not reports of reality. They are strategic maneuvers. Every time someone tells you to take it easy, every time someone tells you it's not that deep, every time someone tells you you're doing enough, you need to ask yourself, who benefits if I stop running? If you stop running, they don't have to run as fast. If you stay mediocre, they look exceptional by comparison. You are walking through a minefield of deception, and you are doing it blindfolded because you think your friends are your friends. You think your colleagues are your teammates. You think your partner is your ride or die. But watch them closely. Watch them for just 3 seconds after they speak. The mask always slips. The lie always reveals itself. But you have to be willing to see it. You have to be willing to accept that the people closest to you are engaged in a covert war for status, resources, and power. And right now, because you believe their lies, you are losing that war. You are the only one telling the truth about your life, and that is why you are the only one who isn't moving forward. You are broadcasting your weaknesses, your fears, and your plans, while they are encrypting their strengths, their moves, and their victories. It's time to stop listening to what they say and start looking at what they hide. You need to understand the mechanism. You need to see the machinery of the lie so you can stop getting caught in the gears. This isn't random. This isn't accidental. It is a repeating pattern, a script that people run on you because they know it works. They know exactly which buttons to push to shut you down. It starts at work. You see a position open up. Maybe it's a level above you. Maybe it's a lateral move to a better department. You start getting excited. You print out the job description. You start mentally updating your resume. You turn to your work bestie, the person you get lunch with every day, the person who complains about the boss with you. You show them the listing, and watch what happens. They don't say you can't do it. That would be too aggressive. Instead, they sigh. They lean in, lower their voice, and give you inside information. Honestly, they say, "Looking out for you. You don't want that job. I heard the manager over there is a nightmare. Plus, the pay bump is tiny. For twice the stress. You'd be miserable. Stay here with me. We have it good." And you listen. You think, "Wow, they saved me a bullet." You feel grateful. You throw the application in the trash. You go back to your desk, content in your mediocrity. 2 weeks later, you find out that they applied for a similar role. Or you find out that the person who did take the job is thriving, making 30% more, and leaving the office at 5 p.m. Your friend didn't warn you because they were worried about your stress levels. They warned you because they were terrified of the gap that would open up between you. If you get promoted and they stay behind, the friendship changes. The dynamic shifts. You become a reminder of their stagnation. So they sabotaged you with comfort. They anchored you to the floor so they wouldn't have to look up at you. Now look at your social circle. Look at the weekends. You decide you need to get your finances in order. You're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You tell your friends, I can't go out this weekend. I'm saving money. I'm going to meal prep and work on a side project. The reaction is immediate, and it is hostile, masked as love. Oh, come on, they say. You only live once. Don't be so boring. Money comes and goes, but memories are forever. Just one drink. I'll buy the first round. They are selling you the lie of living in the moment. But look at their lives. Are they living in the moment? Or are they drowning in debt, terrified of the future, and desperate for company in their misery? They lie to you about the value of the future because they have surrendered theirs. When you try to build something, you become a mirror reflecting their lack of discipline. It hurts them to see you try, so they drag you back down to the bar stool. They hand you the drink. They smile that warm, toxic smile. And they say, see, isn't this better? They are buying your failure for the price of a beer. And then there is the most dangerous lie of all. The one that happens in the bedroom. The one that happens in the quiet moments with the person you love. You look in the mirror. You don't like what you see. You see the weight gain. You see the tiredness. You say, I need to get in shape. I need to start waking up earlier. I need to change. Your partner is lying in bed, scrolling on their phone. They look up, and they deliver the lethal dose. Babe, come back to bed. You look great. You don't need to do all that. I love you exactly the way you are. Why are you so hard on yourself? It sounds like love. It feels like acceptance. It wraps around you like a warm blanket. So you get back in bed. You skip the gym. You eat the comfort food together. You think, they love me unconditionally. Wrong. They are lying to you about their attraction. Deep down, they see you letting yourself go. Deep down, they are noticing the people who do go to the gym. They are noticing the people who do have drive. But they are terrified that if you get in shape, if you get confident, if you become your best self, you will realize you can do better than them. They are keeping you soft, weak, and dependent so you never walk out the door. Their acceptance is actually a cage. They are preemptively crippling you so you can't run away. This is the pattern. Do you see it now? In every area of your life, the people around you are using comfort to neutralize your ambition. It's too hard. It's not worth it. You're fine the way you are. Relax. These aren't words of care. These are tactical lies designed to keep you in your assigned seat. They are terrified of the version of you that stops listening to them. Because the version of you that stops listening starts winning. And if you start winning, they have to ask themselves why they are still losing. They lie to you about their life. But more importantly, they lie to you about yours. They tell you that your ceiling is low, that your struggles are permanent, and that your ambition is unnecessary. And you believe them. You believe them because it's easier to believe them. It's easier to stay on the couch than to run the marathon. It's easier to complain about the boss than to become the boss. It's easier to stay in the dead-end relationship than to face the dating market. You are addicted to their lies because their lies justify your laziness. But catch them in the act. The next time you say you want to do something big, watch their face for 3 seconds. Watch the micro-expression before the smile. Watch the tiny flicker of annoyance. Watch the hesitation before they tell you why it's a bad idea. That hesitation is them calculating how your success will hurt them. That annoyance is them realizing they have to perform support when they really feel envy. That smile is the mask they slide into place to hide the dagger. They are lying. And every time you nod and agree, every time you sit back down, every time you take the drink, you are signing a contract to remain exactly where you are forever. The realization hits you not as a thought, but as a physical sensation, a hollow ache in the center of your chest. You look around at the people in your life, the drinking buddies, the venting colleagues, the partner who loves you just the way you are, and suddenly, the room feels colder. You realize that you are surrounded by architects of your own failure. This isn't paranoia. This is the math of human nature. You have been operating under the assumption that success is an infinite resource. You think that if you win, your friend can also win. You think the universe is abundant. And in theory, maybe it is. But in the psychology of the human animal, status is a zero-sum game. If you go up, they relatively go down. This is the gut-punch truth you have been avoiding. Your friends do not want you to succeed. They want you to exist. They want you to be the reliable background character in the movie of their life. They want you to be the one they can call when they are bored. They want you to be the one who is always available because you have nothing better to do. They want you to be the one who validates their poor choices by making the same ones. When you start to improve, you violate the contract. You stop being a background character and start becoming a protagonist. And a movie cannot have two protagonists. Think about the jealousy you felt when you saw someone on Instagram living the life you wanted. That pang of envy. Now, imagine that person is sitting right next to you on the couch. Imagine that person is eating the same pizza, watching the same Netflix show, living in the same apartment. And suddenly, they stand up and start doing push-ups. Suddenly, they start reading books on investment. Suddenly, they stop complaining and start executing. How does that make you feel? It makes you feel like garbage. It makes you feel exposed. It shines a blinding spotlight on your own inaction. That is how you make them feel when you try to improve. And because human beings will do anything to avoid pain, they will do anything to stop you from shining that light. They lie to you about their life to protect their ego. They tell you, I'm not doing anything special, while they grind, so that if they fail, you won't know. And if they succeed, it looks like magic. It preserves their mystique. It keeps you from learning the process. If they told you the truth, I wake up at 4 a.m., I study for 3 hours, I reject every invitation to party, I am exhausted and lonely, but I am building a future, you might copy them. You might realize that success is just mechanics, not magic. You might start doing it too. And then they would have competition. So they lie. They say, oh, I'm just naturally good at this. They say, I just got lucky with crypto. They say, my uncle hooked me up. They attribute their success to external factors, luck, genetics, connections, so that you believe it is unattainable for you. They want you to believe that the game is rigged. So you won't even try to play. Because if you don't play, you can't win. And if you can't win, you can't beat them. This is the crab bucket mentality on a systemic level. But it's not just that they pull you down. It's that they gaslight you about the existence of the bucket. They tell you there is no ocean. They tell you the bucket is all there is. They tell you that trying to climb out is dangerous, stupid, and arrogant. Who do you think you are? They imply with their tone. You think you're better than us? And the tragedy is, you believe them. You internalize their limitations. You start to think that your ambition is a defect. You start to feel guilty for wanting more. You apologize for your potential. Sorry, I can't come out tonight. I have to work. You say it with shame. You say it like a confession. Sorry, I'm not drinking. You make up an excuse. I'm on antibiotics. You lie to cover up your discipline because you know your discipline offends them. You are dimming your own light to accommodate their eyes. And what do you get in return? Do you get their love? Do you get their loyalty? No. You get their temporary tolerance. As long as you stay small, they will keep you around. As long as you are the fat friend, the broke friend, the single friend, you are safe. You are a useful prop. But the moment you change, the moment you lose the weight, make the money, find the love, watch how fast the dynamic shifts. Watch how the jokes become sharper. Watch how the invites stop coming. Watch how they start talking about you behind your back. He's changed. She thinks she's too good for us now. They aren't mourning the loss of the friendship. They are mourning the loss of their status buffer. They are mourning the loss of the person who made them feel superior. This is the reality of your relationships. It is a marketplace of ego. And right now, you are being scammed. You are trading your future for the approval of people who are secretly rooting for you to fail. You are being lied to about the fundamental nature of connection. You think it's about mutual support. In the wild, it is about survival. And in the modern world, survival is social standing. They will lie to keep you down because your rise is a threat to their survival. And the hardest pill to swallow? You have been doing it too. You have smiled when someone else failed because it made you feel safe. You have told people it's okay when they messed up, not to help them, but to keep them on your level. We are all liars. But the winners are the ones who know it's a game, and the losers are the ones who think it's a tea party. It's time to stop drinking the tea. The mechanism at play here isn't new. It's ancient. It's been codified by strategists and psychologists for centuries. But you've been too busy trying to be a good person to read the manual on power. Robert Greene, in the 48 Laws of Power, wrote Law 3, conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance and in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Your friends, your colleagues, your competitors, they are unconsciously practicing this law on you every single day. They are concealing their true intentions to outperform you behind a smokescreen of casual indifference. When they tell you, I'm not studying, that is the smokescreen. When they tell you, I'm happy being single, that is the smokescreen. When they tell you, I'm just coasting at work, that is the smokescreen. They are keeping you off balance. They are ensuring you don't prepare a defense. If you knew they were gunning for the promotion, you would work harder. If you knew they were actively hunting for a high-value partner, you would step up your game. By concealing their intent, they ensure you remain passive. But let's go deeper. Let's look at the psychology of pluralistic ignorance. This is a state where a majority of group members privately reject a norm, but incorrectly assume that most others accept it and therefore go along with it. In your friend group, everyone might be secretly terrified of being broke. Everyone might be secretly desperate to succeed. But because nobody talks about it, because everyone is posturing, acting cool, acting like they don't care, everyone assumes that everyone else is actually cool and doesn't care. So you all lie. You lie to fit into a consensus that doesn't actually exist. You nod along when someone says hustle culture is toxic, even though you secretly want to hustle. You laugh when someone mocks the gym, even though you secretly hate your body. You are trapped in a collective hallucination where mediocrity is celebrated and ambition is stigmatized. And who benefits from this hallucination? The ones who are secretly breaking the rules. The dark triad personalities, narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, thrive in this environment. The Machiavellian is the master of this specific lie. They understand that information is leverage. If they tell you the truth about their life, they give you leverage. They give you a benchmark to measure yourself against. So they operate in the shadows. They practice strategic ambiguity. They give you vague answers. How's work? Oh, same old. Translation: I just closed the biggest deal of the year. What are you up to this weekend? Just relaxing. Translation: I'm attending a networking event that could change my career. They keep their cards tight against their chest while encouraging you to show yours. Tell me everything, they say. I want to hear all the details. And you, starving for validation, vomit your entire strategy. You tell them your business idea. You tell them your workout plan. You tell them the name of the person you have a crush on. You have just handed your enemy the blueprints to your castle. Now they know exactly where to attack. Or, more likely, they know exactly how to demoralize you. If they know your business idea, they can subtly point out the flaws. Oh, that sounds cool, but isn't that market saturated? If they know your workout plan, they can sabotage it. You look tired, you should skip today. If they know your crush, they can plant seeds of doubt. I heard he's kind of a player. They use the information you gave them to dismantle your confidence from the inside out. This is not accidental. This is the crab bucket operating system running on the hardware of Machiavellian tactics. And you make it easy for them. You make it easy because you believe that transparency creates intimacy. You think that if you are open, they will be open. But in the realm of power dynamics, transparency creates vulnerability. Intimacy is for the select few who have proven their loyalty over decades. For everyone else, the work friends, the drinking buddies, the casual acquaintances, transparency is suicide. They are lying to you about their life to maintain the hierarchy. They need you to stay on the bottom rung so they can feel tall standing on the second one. The moment you understand this, the world shifts. You stop seeing nice people and mean people. You start seeing players and pawns. The players are the ones who move in silence. The pawns are the ones who announce their every move. The players are the ones who lie to protect their advantage. The pawns are the ones who tell the truth to seek approval. Right now, you are a pawn. You are moving across the board, shouting, "I'm going to become a queen." And the players on the other side are laughing because they know exactly where to place their bishop to take you out before you even cross the halfway line. You need to learn the art of the lie, not the malicious lie, but the protective lie, the lie of omission, the silence. You need to stop telling them about your life and start watching theirs. Because while their words are lying, their patterns are screaming the truth. You aren't a victim here. Not entirely. And this is the part that is going to sting the most. You don't just fall for their lies because they are good liars. You fall for their lies because you want them to be true. You are complicit in your own deception. Think about it. When your friend tells you, "I didn't study at all for that test," and then gets an A, why do you accept that? Why do you nod and say, "Wow, you're a genius"? Because the alternative is too painful to accept. If you accepted the truth that they stayed up until 4 a.m. studying while you were sleeping, you would have to face your own lack of discipline. You would have to admit that the difference between you and them isn't talent, it isn't genetics, it isn't luck. It's work. And you hate work. Your ego hates work. Your ego loves the idea of talent. If they are just naturally smart, then your failure isn't your fault. It's just the genetic lottery. You can shrug and say, "Well, I'm just not a math person." You can remain a victim of circumstance. But if they are grinding, if they are outworking you, that removes your excuse. That strips you naked. So when they lie to you about their life, they are actually doing you a favor. They are protecting your fragile ego. They are handing you a sedative so you don't have to feel the pain of your own potential wasting away. You invite the lie. You beg for it. You ask leading questions that demand a comforting answer. It's impossible to buy a house in this market, right? You are begging them to say, yes, it's impossible. You need them to validate your hopelessness. If they told you the truth, actually, if you cut your spending by 40% and got a second job, you could do it in 2 years. You would hate them. You would call them out of touch. You would call them privileged. You would attack them for threatening your worldview. So they lie. They say, yeah, man, the market is rigged. Total scam. And you relax. You order another drink. You feel safe again. You are addicted to the validation of your own limitations. You surround yourself with people who mirror your excuses back to you. You are building a coalition of the mediocre, a support group for people who refuse to try. And there is another, darker reason you fall for it. Fear of abandonment. Deep down, in the reptilian part of your brain, you know that if you acknowledge the truth, that these people are your competitors, not your friends, you would have to leave them. You would have to walk away. You would have to be alone. And you are terrified of being alone. You would rather be in a room full of liars than in a room by yourself. You would rather be sabotaged by a fake friend than face the silence of your own company. So you suppress your intuition. You ignore the red flags. You ignore the 3-second micro-expressions of envy. You pretend not to notice the backhanded compliments. You gaslight yourself so you can keep the peace. They didn't mean it like that. They're just stressed. They want what's best for me. No, they don't. And you know they don't. But you keep the lie alive because the lie is the glue holding your social circle together. If everyone told the truth for one day, your entire friend group would implode. I'm jealous of you. I think your business idea is stupid. I'm only hanging out with you because I'm bored. I'm sleeping with you because I can't do better right now. If the truth came out, you would be standing in a wasteland. So you all agree to keep the masks on. You all agree to play the game. But here is the cost. You are paying for this friendship with your future. Every time you accept the lie that nobody is hiring, you stop applying. Every time you accept the lie that dating is broken, you stop improving yourself. Every time you accept the lie that we're all in this together, you lower your guard and get stabbed in the back. You are trading your destiny for comfort. You are trading your potential for a false sense of belonging. You need to ask yourself, what is the payoff? What are you getting out of being the gullible one? You get to stay a child. You get to avoid the cold, hard responsibility of being an adult in a competitive world. As long as you believe the world is nice, and your friends are nice, and everyone is telling the truth, you don't have to sharpen your sword. You can stay soft. But the world eats soft things. They lie to you about their life because they know you can't handle the truth. Prove them wrong. Stop asking for validation. Stop asking for permission. Stop asking for the comfortable answer. Start looking for the evidence. Start looking at the results. If their lips say, I'm broke, but their wrist says Rolex, believe the wrist. If their lips say, I'm single, but their phone says locked, believe the phone. If their lips say, I'm happy for you, but their eyes say, I hate you, believe the eyes. Stop listening to the script they wrote for you and start reading the subtext. The truth is there, screaming at you, but you have to take your fingers out of your ears. Let's zoom in. Let's look at the battlefield where you spend most of your waking life, the workplace. This is where the lies are the most sophisticated, the most lethal, and the hardest to detect because they are wrapped in professional jargon and fake camaraderie. Welcome to the realm of the corporate assassin. This is the colleague who sits 2 desks down. They are friendly. They bring donuts on Fridays. They ask about your weekend. They complain about the boss with you in the break room. They are the perfect work friend. And they are currently plotting to bury you. The lie they tell is simple. We are a team. It's the lie of horizontal solidarity. We're all in the trenches together. It's us against management. We just want to get through the week. You believe it. You lower your shield. You start to vent. I really don't think I can hit this deadline. You whisper at lunch. The new software makes no sense to me. You confess by the coffee machine. I'm thinking about looking for another job. You admit during happy hour. You think you are bonding. You think you are building trust. What you are actually doing is handing them ammunition. The corporate assassin takes every single one of those confessions and files it away. They don't use it immediately. That would be messy. They wait for the perfect moment. The moment comes in the team meeting. The boss asks about the deadline. You start to explain your struggle, expecting your friend to back you up. Instead, they strike. But they strike with a smile. They strike with concern. You know, they say to the boss, I know. Your name has been really struggling with the new software. I've been trying to help them catch up, but maybe I should take the lead on this one, just to make sure we hit the target. Boom. In 3 sentences, they have framed you as incompetent, struggling, framed themselves as the helper/leader trying to help, stolen your project, take the lead, secured the boss's approval, hit the target. And the worst part? They did it while sounding like they were saving you. They framed it as an act of mercy. You can't even get mad without looking ungrateful. This is the 3-second lie detection test in the office. Watch what happens when you are praised. When the boss says, great job on that report, look immediately at your work bestie. Do they smile instantly? Or is there a 3-second delay? Is the smile in their eyes, crow's feet, or just their mouth? Do they say congratulations? Or do they say must be nice? The must be nice comment is the leakage. It's the slip. It implies that your success wasn't earned. It was given. It implies you are lucky, not good. Another lie. I'm barely working. You see them browsing Amazon. You see them chatting on Slack. They tell you, I'm so checked out. I do maybe 2 hours of real work a day. So you match their energy. You slack off a bit. You browse Amazon too. You think, this is the culture. Here. But what you don't see is that they are answering emails at 9 p.m. You don't see that they are automating their tasks. You don't see that they are having private lunches with the director. They are performing laziness to trick you into actual laziness. They are setting the pace of the race to a walk so that when they decide to sprint, you are left flat-footed. They want you to feel secure in your underperformance. Why? Because when layoffs come, and they always come, management looks for the bottom 10%. If your friend can ensure that you are in the bottom 10% by encouraging your bad habits, then they are safe in the middle 80%. You are their human shield. They are keeping you around to be the sacrificial lamb when the wolf comes. And they will lie to your face right up until the moment security escorts you out of the building. I can't believe they did this to you. They will text you. It's so unfair. Meanwhile, they are already moving their plant to your desk because it has a better view. Stop treating your colleagues as your therapists. Stop treating the office as a social club. The office is a gladiator arena where the swords are invisible. The nice guy who asks about your kids, he's building a profile on your distractions. The confused girl who asks for your help constantly, she's draining your time so you can't finish your own work. The mentor who gives you advice, they are guiding you down a dead-end path so you don't challenge their authority. They lie to you about their life, their workload, their ambition, their alliances, because in the corporate hierarchy, information is the only currency that matters. And if you are giving yours away for free, you are bankrupt. Shut your mouth. Do your work. Trust no one who is competing for the same budget as you. Now let's cut to the bone. Let's look at the lie that breaks hearts, not just careers. Let's look at the hypergamous phantom in your relationship. This is the lie that love conquers all. This is the lie that I'm happy with a simple life. You are sitting across from your partner. Maybe you've been together for 2 years, maybe 10. You feel comfortable. You feel settled. You've stopped going to the gym because, hey, you bagged them. You've stopped pushing for the promotion because you make enough. You wear sweatpants to dinner, and you ask them, are you happy? And they look at you, soft, gentle, reassuring, and say, baby, I don't need fancy things. I don't need you to be a CEO. I just need you. I love our life. You believe them. You exhale. You think, thank God. I don't have to keep running. I can rest. You have just signed your own death warrant. Because while their mouth is saying, I'm satisfied, their biology is screaming, I need security. I need status. I need a winner. This isn't about gender. This is about evolutionary psychology. We are wired to seek the best possible mate for survival. In the modern world, best means resources, ambition, vitality, and social proof. When you stop growing, you stop being the best option. But they won't tell you this. They won't say, I'm losing attraction to you because you've become complacent. That sounds cruel. That sounds shallow. So they lie. They lie to spare your feelings, but they also lie to protect their backup plan. This is the monkey branching strategy. A monkey doesn't let go of the current branch until it has a firm grip on the next one. They will tell you they are happy. They will tell you everything is fine. They will keep the relationship on life support. Just enough sex, just enough affection, while their eyes are scanning the horizon. They are auditioning your replacement in their mind. They are looking at the guy at the gym who pushes himself. They are looking at the woman at work who dresses sharply. They are comparing you, and you are losing. But you don't know you're losing because the scoreboard is hidden. Here is the 3-second lie detection for your relationship. Tell them about a massive, risky ambition you have. Say, I'm thinking about quitting my job to start a business. Or, I want us to move to a new city and start over. Watch their face for 3 seconds. Do their eyes light up with excitement? Do they say, let's do it? I believe in you. Or do they flinch? Do they look terrified? Do they immediately list the reasons why you shouldn't? If they shut you down, if they try to keep you small, it's not because they are prudent. It's because they have already categorized you as safe and average. If you try to become risky and exceptional, you break the mold they put you in. You threaten their control. Or worse, you force them to realize that they aren't good enough for the new you. So they anchor you. We're fine here. Don't rock the boat. They lie to you about their satisfaction to keep you as a placeholder. You are this safe harbor they dock their ship in while they wait for better weather. And the second, a better option presents itself, the lie evaporates. Suddenly, I'm happy with a simple life becomes I need space. Suddenly, I love you just the way you are becomes you have no ambition. Suddenly, we're forever becomes I think we've grown apart. And you are left standing there, blindsided. But you said you were happy, you scream. And they look at you with cold, dead eyes and say, I haven't been happy for years. That is the truth. They were lying the whole time. They were lying every morning they made you coffee. They were lying every night they slept next to you. They were biding their time. They stole years of your life by lying about their intentions. If they had been honest, "I'm bored and looking," you could have left. You could have found someone else. You could have improved. But they robbed you of that choice. They stole your agency. This is the darkest form of theft. You need to stop listening to their reassuring words and start looking at their micro behaviors. Are they hiding their phone screen? Do they stop talking when you walk into the room? Do they pick fights over nothing just to create distance? Do they dress better for work than they do for you? These are the truths. These are the signals. If you are comfortable, you are in danger. Comfort is the anesthesia they give you before the surgery to remove you from their life. Wake up on the operating table. Look at the surgeon and ask yourself, are they trying to save me or are they trying to cut me loose? Now we enter the inner circle, the ride or die, the childhood friends, the people who knew you back when. This is the crab bucket best friend. This is the person who claims to love you like a brother or sister. They have been there through the breakups, the failures, the bad haircuts. You think this bond is unbreakable. You think this is the one place you can be 100% vulnerable. You are wrong. This is the place where the envy runs the deepest because it is personal. A stranger's success doesn't hurt. If Elon Musk makes another billion, you don't care. He's an alien. He's not you. But if your best friend, the one who grew up on the same street, went to the same school, and has the same IQ, if they make $1 million, it kills you. Because if they can do it, why can't you? Their success eliminates your excuses. So when you start to rise, your best friend has a subconscious biological imperative to pull you back down. They don't do it with hate. They do it with jokes. They do it with concern. They do it with nostalgia. Remember when we used to get wasted and eat Taco Bell at 3 a.m.? They say, laughing as you order a salad. You've changed, man. You used to be fun. They are weaponizing the past to assassinate your future. They lie to you about your growth. They frame your improvement as a betrayal of the tribe. You're acting brand new. You think you're better than us? Don't forget where you came from. These aren't reminders of loyalty. These are shackles. They are demanding that you remain the version of yourself that makes them feel comfortable. And the most dangerous lie they tell? The lie of feigned incompetence. You tell them about your new business. I'm starting a drop shipping store. They say, oh, I don't understand that tech stuff. It's too complicated. Be careful, lots of scams out there. They play dumb. They act like what you're doing is risky rocket science. Why? To plant the seed of fear. To make you doubt your own competence. To make you feel like you are venturing into a dangerous wilderness alone. But watch them. Later that night, they are Googling exactly what you told them. They are researching it, not to help you, but to see if they can do it too, or to find reasons why you will fail so they can say, I told you so. They are hoarding the I told you so like a weapon. They are waiting for you to stumble so they can rush in with their support. I knew it was risky, they'll say, hugging you. But I'm here for you. Let's go get a drink. They love your failure. Your failure is their oxygen. When you fail, they get to be the good friend who comforts you while secretly feeling superior. At least I didn't try and fail like an idiot. Here is the 3-second lie detection for your inner circle. Share a piece of genuinely massive, life-changing good news. I just got engaged. I just doubled my salary. I just bought my dream car. Watch their face. For a microsecond, before the mask slides on, you will see it. The flash of anger. The tightening of the lips. The deadness in the eyes. Then comes the performance. OMG. That's amazing. But listen to the tone. Is it high-pitched? Is it forced? And listen to the follow-up question. Does the question celebrate you or diminish you? Celebration. How did you do it? I'm so proud. Diminishment. Wow. Isn't that car expensive to insure? Are you sure you're ready for marriage? Does that mean you have to work weekends now? The diminisher finds the cloud in your silver lining. They prick your balloon immediately. They can't let you float too high. This is negging on a friendship level. They chip away at your joy until it fits back into the box they built for you. And they lie about their own lives to keep the playing field level. They won't tell you they are jealous. They'll say, I'm worried about you. They won't tell you they feel left behind. They'll say, I just miss the old times. They are trying to drag you back to the old times, because in the old times, you were equal. In the old times, you were both losers, and they were comfortable there. You have to make a choice. Do you want friends who love the loser version of you? Or do you want allies who demand the winner version of you? You cannot have both. To keep these friends, you have to lie to yourself. You have to pretend to be smaller than you are. You have to apologize for your blessings. Stop apologizing. If your success bothers them, they aren't your friends. They are your anchors. And if you don't cut the rope, you will drown with them. They lie to you about their life because they are ashamed of it. Don't let their shame become your ceiling. It's time to turn the camera around. We've spent the last 20 minutes analyzing them. The envious friends, the sabotaging colleagues, the placeholder partners. We've dissected their lies, their motives, and their masks. But there is one liar left in this room, and it's you. You are not just a victim of their deception. You are the enabler. You are the one who hands them the script and says, please, lie to me. Why do you broadcast your life to people who haven't earned the clearance level? You post your wins on Instagram. Why? To get applause? You tell your coworkers your weekend plans. Why? To fill the silence. You tell your skeptical family about your business ideas. Why? To prove them wrong? Every time you open your mouth, you are seeking validation. You are begging the world to tell you, you're okay, you're good, you're valid. And because you are begging, you are vulnerable. The person who needs nothing attracts everything. The person who needs approval attracts manipulators. You are the easy mark because you are an open book. You think your authenticity is a virtue. You think keeping it real is noble. I just wear my heart on my sleeve. You say? That's not noble. It's stupid. In a world of predators, wearing your heart on your sleeve is just offering them a free meal. You are walking through a jungle with a stake tied to your chest, wondering why the lions keep biting you. You need to confront your own shadow. You need to confront the part of you that likes the drama. You need to confront the part of you that stays in these toxic relationships because it gives you something to complain about. If you cut them all off, if you stop talking to the fake friends, the sabotaging coworkers, the dead-end partner, what would be left? Silence. Work. You. And that terrifies you. So you keep the noise. You keep the liars around because they distract you from the one truth you can't face. You are not where you want to be, and it is entirely your fault. It's not their fault for lying. It's your fault for believing them. It's not their fault for sabotaging you. It's your fault for giving them the blueprints. It's not their fault for using you. It's your fault for being usable. You have taught people how to treat you. You taught them that they can flake on you without consequences. You taught them that they can interrupt you and you'll shut up. You taught them that they can give you a backhanded compliment and you'll say thank you. You are the teacher. They are just the students. And right now, you are teaching a master class in how to disrespect me. This is the mirror turn. Look at it. It's ugly. It's uncomfortable. But it's the only way out. You have to stop being the nice guy or the nice girl. Nice is just a polite word for compliant. Nice is a prey response. You need to become dangerous, not violent, not mean. Dangerous means capable. Dangerous means competent. Dangerous means silent. A dangerous person doesn't need to brag. A dangerous person doesn't need to explain. A dangerous person walks into a room, and people feel the shift in gravity. Why? Because a dangerous person doesn't leak energy. They don't leak information. They contain it. When you stop leaking, you stop bleeding. You need to kill the part of you that is desperate to be understood. Nobody is going to understand you. Nobody is going to get your vision until it is built. Nobody is going to support your transformation until it is complete. So stop auditioning. Stop explaining. Stop justifying. Every time you explain yourself, you are submitting to their judgment. You are saying, "Please, tell me I'm right." Stop it. You know you're right. That should be enough. The moment you stop caring if they lie to you is the moment they lose their power. Oh, you're broke? Okay, I see your new watch. Oh, you're happy? Okay, I see your wandering eye. Oh, you're busy? Okay, I see you online. You don't need to call them out. You don't need to have a dramatic confrontation. You don't need to say, "I know you're lying." Just observe. Note it. Adjust your behavior. Okay, this person is a liar. I will now treat them as a liability. I will limit their access to me. I will feed them disinformation. I will outmaneuver them. That is power. Screaming is weakness. Silence is control. You have been playing the victim card for too long. Everyone lies to me. Yes, they do. Welcome to planet Earth. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to keep crying about the rain, or are you going to build a roof? The lies are the rain. They are inevitable. They are nature. Your boundaries, your silence, your discernment, that is the roof. Build the damn roof. This is the end of the line. You have seen the pattern. You have felt the knife in your back. You have looked in the mirror and seen your own complicity. Now you have a binary choice. Option A, you go back to sleep. You turn off this video. You go text your best friend about how tired you are. You go to work tomorrow and complain about the coffee. You ask your partner what's wrong and accept nothing as the answer. You keep drinking the poison because it tastes sweet. You keep letting them lie to you because it makes you feel part of the herd. If you choose this, you are finished. You will wake up in 10 years, in the same chair, with the same complaints, watching the people you thought were your equals wave at you from the deck of a yacht you paid for with your attention. Option B, the silent grind. You become the thing they fear most. You become a black box. You become a ghost. This requires a radical shift in your operating system. It starts tomorrow morning. Here is the protocol. Step 1, the 3-second power pause. When someone asks you a question, what are you up to? How's work? What's your plan? Do not answer immediately. Pause for 3 seconds. Look them in the eye. In those 3 seconds, remind yourself, information is currency. Do not give it away for free. Then, give them the gray rock answer. Oh, same old, same old. Just trying to get through the week. Nothing much, just chilling. You lie to them. Yes, you lie. You lie to protect your truth. You feed them the mediocrity they are hungry for. You give them the "I'm just like you" narrative. You put them back to sleep. And while they are sleeping, you work. Step 2, go dark. Stop posting your grind on social media. Stop posting your gym selfies. Stop posting your hustle quotes. Real hustlers don't post, they bank. Every time you post your progress, you release the dopamine hit of success without doing the work. And you alert your enemies to your location. Disappear. Let them wonder. Let them rumor. Let them think you fell off. Let them think you quit. I haven't seen him in months. I think she gave up. Good. Let them think that. Their underestimation is your camouflage. Step 3. The 6-month sprint. Pick one thing, one skill, one business, one fitness goal, and for 6 months, you treat it like a secret affair. You work on it from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. before the world wakes up. You work on it from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. while they are watching TV. You decline the invites. Can't make it. No excuse. Just can't make it. You save your money. You save your energy. You funnel every ounce of your life force into this one vertical. You are building a nuclear weapon in your basement, and you are telling everyone you are knitting a sweater. Step 4. The reveal. This is the moment that makes the suffering worth it. 6 months from now, 1 year from now, you walk into the room. You don't say a word. You don't have to. The results scream. The weight is gone. The clothes fit differently. The car key on the table is different. The confidence in your eyes is lethal. Watch their faces then. That is the only lie detection you need. You will see the shock. You will see the panic. You will see them trying to recalibrate, trying to figure out how you got past them. I thought you were just chilling. They will stutter. I thought you were broke. I thought you were done. And you will look at them with that same 3-second pause, and you will smile. A real smile, not the fake one they gave you. And you will say, I got lucky. And you will walk away. That is how you win. You don't win by exposing their lies. You win by outgrowing their reality. You don't win by arguing. You win by ascending. They lie to you about their life because they are terrified of yours. They are terrified of what you could become if you stopped listening to them. So stop listening. Stop talking. Start moving. The world is full of noise. Be the silence that cuts through it. They want to detect a lie. Let them look at you and wonder if you are real. Because the new you, the version of you that survives this, that version is the only truth left in the room. Now close your mouth, open your eyes, and get to work.